Happy Friday, everybody. This is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. I'm actually supposed to be at a father-son retreat at our church with my son this weekend, but they had canceled because they didn't get enough signups here. So instead, I am at my computer like always here, at least until the end of business here. So I wanted to show you a few websites that mainly, actually, while I'm talking about a few interesting developments in our hobby here, and not really too crazy new. It's been over the past couple of years, I guess, but some of these things are really picking up steam. And so the thing that I wanted to start off with by talking about is digital trading cards. I actually wrote an article about this at TanmanBaseballFan.com. I just wrapped it up, and I wanted to kind of supplement that with the little video here of me just kind of, I don't know, nothing really too crazy strict or anything. I just wanted to show some websites with some interesting information, and I don't know. It's this whole thing, this whole idea just kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. So we'll just kind of go through this and see what happens, I guess. But anyway, so here's kind of my digital card collection. So what I did is I basically just took my collection of baseball cards and I scanned them in and put them on my website. So if you've been following me for any length of time, you know this already. I talk about my website, CansecoCollector.com, all the time. So I've got the customs that I've done in the past, like this one. And, so there's a few of the canvas ones. And these are the recent pickups that I've made. And, so here's a couple others. And so I really enjoy this. I really enjoy having my website because whenever I'm somewhere else, I can actually look at my website or at my cards when I'm not home. Because, let's face it, there's just a boatload of them here. So it'd be very difficult to kind of tote my cards around wherever I go. But as long as I have my phone with me, it's cool that I can pull up my site and look at the cards. Obviously, this is worth nothing because it's just a picture. But one thing that's very interesting is people are actually selling digital cards that, Topps or Panini or whoever else are making for money. They're selling them for a lot of money also. I wanted to show you what I found on eBay. So this is sorted by shipping, highest first. This card sold for $400. This was the best offer, somewhere under $500. It's $250, $249, $232. So, y'all, this is absolutely mind-boggling to me because these are not real cards. They are pictures of cards. So you can see this Anthony Rizzo Frozen Cubs 2014 baseball card digital. Says it is a picture of a card, and here's a picture of it on a phone. And this is amazing to me that people are actually paying not just money, but like good money to get these into their quote unquote digital collections. And it's very interesting to me. It's not anything that I look down at people for doing this because, hey, look, I get it. This is an addicting hobby. I just didn't realize that it would be addicting for the folks that are doing the digital cards like it is. So I had read a few articles that some people put together, and yeah, these guys are as rabid about these digital cards as I am, with my own collection, and it's truly fascinating to me. I want to show you also there are a few other pieces that I found were interesting. Just look at this, y'all. There's like tons and tons and tons of these cards that have sold for over $200. Lots of them. And the thing that's interesting also, there's one here. Let me see. Yeah, these cards here. So it says that there's only 17 of this, and this kind of doesn't make sense to me. They serial numbered this card to 17, but it's a digital card. So in theory, look, you obviously can't view this apparently without the Topps app, and I get that. But the whole reason for serial numbering is to have some sort of like an exclusivity, like, oh, there's only 5 of this or 10 of this. And I get that and I love it. But it's funny to me that they're doing this with digital cards too, especially when the process should be like literally nothing. Because you could, in theory, if you're Topps, you could make this card and it could cost you $0 and cost you zero in terms of time to have a quadrillion of these cards out there. But instead, they did it to only 17, and they've got the little autograph there that's kind of neat. And I don't know, this is just kind of baffling to me. I don't know if I'm alone, on this, but or maybe I'm just kind of a little late to the party because this has been going on for quite a while. But I mean, they even have like jersey cards. And let me see if I can find one real quick. I'm going to do digital card patch. And this is a Panini Digital Vince Carter Immaculate Team patch. And it's called Panini Dunk. So I guess that's their digital deal here. So you look at this. This isn't gold foil. It's just photoshopped. And this is just a picture of the patch. And part of me kind of gets it, I guess, because, look, I mean, the music and books and all that stuff is going digital. And so why not cards, I guess? I mean, it's, I don't know. To me personally, I'm always going to enjoy, holding a card in my hand. But even this Relic Patch Bryce Harper Topps Bunt digital card. And I don't know. I guess I don't know how people can open up a digital pack and go, oh my gosh, look at this sick patch here. And, this is crazy. You can't even touch it. Like the main reason for having a patch card is so you can feel the material, right? So, but something else is I was kind of going to go a little bit back on is the amount of them, because somebody had posted, let me see which one it is. Interview. Yeah. Okay. So here's from Business Insider. It says thousands of people are spending money on virtual trading cards that don't actually exist. And, part of, let me read this part here. It says, I first realized I had a problem with digital trading cards at 2 a.m. I was in bed squinting at my phone, spending my hard-earned money on virtual coins to buy Star Wars trading cards that don't actually exist. And it's kind of funny because, like I said, I can relate to, having feel that way with when it comes to real cards. But this guy's talking about actual digital cards, so it's kind of doing the same thing. This is a graphic that was very, very interesting to me. Worldwide collectible card games market, 2015E, digital versus physical revenue. So a couple things here. Number one, look at the digital card revenue. North America alone, 329 million. Europe, 277 million. Asia, 551 million. So altogether, this is over $1 billion with a B that people are spending on digital trading cards. But something else that's interesting as well is the cost, or is the revenue brought in from physical trading cards. 1.4 billion, 1 billion, 1 billion, 271 million, 117 million. So altogether, I can't remember exactly what it was. It's $3.8 billion or something like that worldwide from 2015. So one thing that's kind of interesting to me is there's certainly no shortage of articles out there online of how, the sky is falling, trading cards aren't what they used to be, there's no money in them. Well, do you think that now? I mean, think again. Look at the money that's being spent. And there's a boatload of people that are just absolutely crazy over cards, apparently, both the physical and the digital versions of them. I mean, this is absolutely nuts to me. I mean, that's a crazy amount of money. And so I was kind of actually going to use this as a segue into Topps Now. And I've talked a little bit about Topps Now in the past, and I find it to be a very interesting I don't know how to say it. Just it was an interesting idea for Topps to do this, and I didn't know if it was going to take off. Well, guess what? They have made a boatload on these cards, And this is very interesting to me. I had thought about what if the card companies had done this. And I wrote about this actually before Topps Now came out. If somebody would do like an on-demand card, and man, it flourished. And just to kind of show you a little bit about this, on the Beckett website, Ryan Cracknell, hi Ryan, by the way, if you're watching, he had written this, and it was very interesting. It's got it talks about all of the print runs, and this was just absolutely mind-boggling to me. You look at the checklist here. Look at all of the numbers of cards, and these sold for between $4 and $10 per copy. And the way that you get them for $4 is I think you had to buy them in packs of 20 or something like that. So probably the majority, the average is probably quite a bit more than $4 a copy. But look at the print runs of what they had sold, every single card. Now there's like 650 or so of these cards. I mean, so this is big money, guys. I mean, this is huge. And that does not even take into consideration the short printed autographs, the relics, the autograph relics. I mean, this is massive. I mean, because especially a lot of these lower numbered ones, these went for massive money. I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars for some of these cards. I don't even really know what the top number was for a card that was sold that's Topps Now, but I know that like the Bartolo Colon, wherever he hit the home run, I think somebody had paid $50 for it or something, or maybe it was multiple people, I don't know. But the highest numbered one is the Ichiro, 11,550 copies of that single card. So we're looking at a minimum revenue of about $45,000 for that one card. And I mean, so for me, it makes me wonder, number one, what is Topps going to do with this information whenever the next year or two hits? And let's say the physical trading cards that you get in boxes, let's say a bunch of the case breakers go out of business, and let's say there's not nearly as much demand for those as there is Topps Now. I wonder if they're going to kind of start phasing out of doing all these cards like the triple threads and the 5-star and Bowman and their flagship. So I don't know. I don't see them doing that, but maybe they will cut back significantly when they see, hey, this is a cash cow, and the digital trading cards as well. And there was this one thing that I read also. I can't remember what the number was. I feel like on one of these articles it said something like that Topps had mentioned that there are like about 200,000 or 300,000 active members on the Star Wars trading card app, which, I mean, what? you don't really have a grasp, I guess, on how many collectors there are out there for this sort of thing. So here's another article that I looked up, and this is the one I think it talked about how one of the Star Wars cards sold for $225 or something, and look, this was about a year ago, so I mean, since then there have been a lot of digital trading cards that have sold for a lot more apparently, but this guy is addicted to it. I mean, he talks about a lot of these things as well that I had mentioned earlier, and so I'll read part of this. He says, I should know I'm one of them. Before Star Wars Card Trader, I had no idea digital cards were a thing. And in fact, when I first heard about the app, I, like most people, was skeptical. It's just a stupid photo on my phone, I thought. Yeah, that's kind of what I was, thinking also. But after being badgered by a few friends for a week, I finally broke down after a Friday night text conversation and downloaded it. Neither I nor my family nor friends had any idea of the monster I'd unleashed. It only took a few days. Star Wars Card Trader quickly took over my life. I downloaded it on my iPhone, iPad. I have mules, or friends, who have accounts just to get cards for me, and at times, I've scheduled days around the release of particular cards. One time I forgot my phone and called my mom from another phone to grab my phone and open packs for me. It was painful. Mom, now press Boba Fett, and embarrassing. But it's true. And some people out there totally understand where I'm coming from. The same kind of person who'd pay $225 for a photo of Han Solo. So yeah, this guy and a lot of other people out there, same thing. They're really, really big into this. I'm going to try to do a little search on what they said. Like there were, I think they said that Top said that there are like 300 million digital packs that have been opened of the Star Wars trading cards. I'm not sure if it was just Star Wars or not, but I mean 300 million. I mean, man, that's almost like every single person in America having opened one. But you know, obviously that's not the case. But that is just a boatload of people. So yeah, here's another digital card, and the digital cards look great. But I mean, even this, I mean, $25 for this, I just couldn't imagine. And that's the one reason why I am not planning on downloading this app, because I don't want to get addicted to this, and I don't want to start being interested in purchasing cards that aren't actually physical. So I mean, here's J.J. Watt patch signature cards digital that went for 20. I mean, look at this. So do you see this? Like, look at all of these. All of these have sold. These aren't just for sale. And I mean, man, they've got some great designs. I don't know if this is actually a real card as well. I remember coming across Conseco that was a cabinet relic card, or box loader, I guess you could call it. Which, yeah, I mean, the card itself goes for crazy money. I saw it online for the first time for $20. I almost had a heart attack, but I looked at it, sure enough, it was a digital card. So they were actually just selling the picture, and it was obviously from Topps Bunt, or the Topps app, whatever it's called. And I just found that very interesting, that there is such a huge market to support this. And it really does make me wonder, where is this hobby of ours going to go? Does this mean that there are going to be people that are funneling out of the physical trading card realm into the digital? Or is this really going to act more of as a bridge to go from the digital to the physical, where the digital card guys are like, man, I love this so much, but this would be so much better if I actually had a physical card in hand. So maybe a lot of these newer guys are coming in are going to see that and walk across that bridge and come over and start buying real cards. I don't know. I do find this very interesting, though, because I think we're probably seeing a bigger shift in the hobby or industry, or whatever you want to call it, than ever before, with Topps now and the digital trading cards. And I mean, you know, who knows what else is going to be coming up. But, you know, heck, even in the 90s, if you remember the Pacific trading cards, they would sell these cards, or it's called Pacific Online from what I remember. And on the cards themselves, it'd say, hey, go to this website, and I don't even remember what would happen, but they were pushing online stuff nearly 20 years ago. And obviously, you know, Pacific doesn't make any baseball cards anymore, and they haven't for years and years and years. But guess what? The climate has changed, and now we are seeing a whole lot more different things now. And again, the Topps digital cards, Panini digital cards, I think these have been out for a year or two or something like that. But apparently it's really starting to pick up steam. You just type in digital card, and I mean, it says there's 31,934 results that have sold. Obviously, I mean, this can't be just trading cards. Well, maybe it can be. I don't know. It looks like almost all of them are. And this is nuts. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. And also, folks, just to remind you, this is actually just the secondary market. This has nothing to do with people buying it off of out of the apps. This is just the secondary market. Okay, so there's a whole heck of a lot more. And let's see what's for sale right now. Also, by the way, 12,675. So, digital card, all, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is really interesting to me. Anyways, so like I said, I just wanted to do a little video of this and kind of, I don't know, talk it out a little bit, because it's kind of still a little crazy to me, and maybe hear some of your thoughts as well. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. You can obviously leave a comment below on YouTube. You can also get at me on Twitter at TanmanBBFan. You can go email tanmanbaseballfan@gmail.com, as well as my website, tanmanbaseballfan.com. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear from other people that think that this might be crazy. Absolutely insanity. Do you think it's insanity to do this? Or are you a digital card trader as well? Because to be honest with you, with all of the people out there that are supporting this huge thing, I really, I don't know if I've ever talked to anybody that's actually collected this. So I would love to hear from you as well. So thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great day.